Help spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.
J360 Radio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Welcome to a J360 Mini Bite. I am your host, J.M. Brady, otherwise known as J-Man, otherwise known as Jay, or pretty much your host tonight, the man with the plan. So, how's it going, y'all? Let me tell you something. I don't know whether it's to... who am I kidding? Man, I'm having a good time. Grades are looking good. Starting to get things together at the job. Money's starting to come up. In a big way, everything's looking all right. And, of course, the Monster Fest is fully active right now. And it's Schlock Night, which means that, guess what? Some of those movies that, you hold true and dear to your heart, if you love them and enjoy them or whatever, these are not those movies. Matter of fact, I don't even know what's going on in this one. I mean, I lost interest as soon as the house started shaking around. It's pretty much a poor man's version of Amityville. And even then, I'm just being nice to it because Amityville, despite its length, is actually pretty good in terms of reaching out and scaring the hell out of you. So it's one of those kind of moments where you look at it and it's like, yeah, these are not stellar films. But some of them, see... My whole thing is not to tell you whether a film is good or bad. It's to tell you how watchable it is. That's why I'm here. That's why a lot of us watch these movies. Hell, some of the things that we hold dear and true to our heart are probably considered Z-grade or, not really all that good. You know who you are. I know some of y'all are sitting there right now looking at your cult films and trying to say, "Jay, I don't know what he's talking about." Sure I do. However, despite popular thoughts, this is not a Monster Fest-based mini-bite. There will be some to come, but this isn't one of them. Matter of fact, there's so much going on in real life right now, I can't turn a blind eye to some things. So I'm going to try to chime in on a few. The Birds of Prey trailer, for instance. Looks like a very interesting film. It does, but it's not really on the palette for me, And I'm not even going to say because of Margot Robbie doing her best Tara Strong impression. I'm just saying, it's like, I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead, but still, it just doesn't capture and pull me in. Can I say it that way? For a side story in the Batman mythos, I mean, I believe that the Birds of Prey deserve their shot, and they pretty much have it together. Like, I mean, you got Ewan McGregor playing as Black Mask, and we have yet to see him in full Black Mask mode, but I'm sure it's probably going to be pretty awesome to see. But at the same time, it's like there's something really missing in that franchise. I mean, they managed to get it together after Aquaman. I mean, Shazam was damn good. But this movie really does feel like, Suicide Squad light, and there is going to be a soft reboot of Suicide Squad coming. I mean, helmed by James Gunn. I'll give it that. But I'm just not sold yet. I mean, maybe I'll wait until like trailer 2 or something. I mean, she's finding herself. I gotta give Margot Robbie and all that are involved with this film some credit. Like they want to make a good movie. So maybe I'll give it benefit of the doubt, but it's just not number one right now. And the same can be said for the Joker movie. Like, this movie has so many rave reviews, but it's still not enough. And then when you really think about it, the rave reviews comes a little bit of backlash. And you can see that backlash coming out of nowhere because, hey, once again, this movie hasn't come out yet. This movie's not even released yet. But then you have other people on the Spectrum side saying, you know what, is this going to lead to another incident like the Aurora shooting and all that stuff? And I was like, oh my God, you all went ahead and brought that up. You brought that up? Look, it was a shocker for all of us, and we lost a lot of midnight showings because of it, but at the same time, why you gotta reopen old wounds to try to make a point here? Okay? Gun violence is bad. Has always been steadily increasing. As a matter of fact, we are the number one country with this problem. But at the same time, we don't know how to solve it either. And it's just one of those kind of things that, we should look in around at what we do. Not necessarily blame it on our entertainment sources. I mean, I love how people will always say, you know what? It's entertainment that does it. Entertainment's the one that caused a lot of our mischief and everything else. They're already being manipulated. Like, it plants a seed, what we do. It's like, the hell are you talking about? Where's the straw man coming from? You better get it out of my face before I burn it up. It doesn't make any sense. There is no credible, certifiable link between what we experience on entertainment that we bring into real life. Okay? Like video game violence, there's no definite link. Even to this day. These conversations have came from the 80s leading into the 90s and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And because some of these things come and go pretty damn quick and leave lasting impacts, instead of finding a way to try to resolve this problem, we make more problems by just going ahead and pointing at different things. And even with this movie with Joaquin Phoenix, I don't really care for it. That's why I haven't talked about it as much, even going into the Monster Fest. Because, I always like the Joker just being there. I don't really care how he became Joker. There's many interpretations of how he became Joker. This is one of them. But I just don't care. You see what I'm saying? But I will speak on behalf of the industry that I love and am trying to have a successful career in. And I'm just looking at my viewing public or the people that are going to buy some of my products here and just see like the moral guardians showing up out of nowhere, strutting their stuff, and they don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And then the media, the mainstream media, oh yeah, we need a straw man. We need something to beat down on. It can't be that this movie's coming out. Security's already beefed up in certain areas. I mean, chances are, you just hope for the best, but it's really security theater because chances are you're not going to stop these events if they happen or not. Sometimes things just go on too fast and it can be without a rhyme or reason. Some people just want to see the world burn. Another Batman reference for you. And then you got to realize, why do we fall? So we can pick ourselves back up. I mean, think about it. I mean, we're all going to leave the earth someday. I think some of y'all are afraid of that idea. A lot of y'all are afraid of death. I've made my peace with it. That's why, one of the things that I operate under with NFG or the world is my bitch. I mean, that's kind of the way I am because I know there's going to be a day I'm not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? The J-Man story ends that day. And who knows? There might be a bunch of successors. There might be some legacies out there that go on from what I do from this. I mean, there's always going to be copycats. Especially when it comes to, mass shootings. But you cannot blame them on these movies here. You know what kind of character Joker is. And James Holmes, for what he has done, for some reason, we're still keeping him alive, aren't we? You understand what I'm saying? He ain't got to do nothing. He got food and everything else. But that's a take for a whole nother episode. But the thing is that you can't keep blaming this stuff on what we partake. Is user responsibility for everything. Yes, everything. And speaking of another Joker, yes, Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker, an icon, a guy who's pretty good at acting, but he's a lot better at voice acting, and he was in Wing Commander a bunch of times. Yeah, Mark Hamill. He just had a birthday recently, and I've noticed that a lot of the fans went out there, poured their hearts out to him, saying, yeah, you all right, Luke? Yeah, no. More respect to you than that, Mr. Hamill. Happy birthday. And then Twitter happened. Now, I love social media because, social media is a written archive of everything we do, even when we're not all together upstairs, right? I mean, take it from me. I have multiple social media accounts, but, I use them for the right reasons. Oh boy. He went after, the first family this time. Because you see, Ivanka Trump, yes, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner posted a picture of themselves. I guess they were going to a formal event and they had their kids with them. I think they were playing with Legos or whatever, and one of the kids was dressed up as a stormtrooper. And she said, the Force is strong in my family. And Mark Hamill went ahead and chimed in on that and said, you spelled fraud wrong. Hashtag go force yourself. Now, take a few minutes on this. A lot of y'all are appalled. I know a lot of people on Twitter were freaking out saying, Mark Hamill's a douche. I can't stand Mark Hamill. Oh my God, he's not Luke Skywalker anymore. He's Jake Skywalker. Because people try to be clever about this crap nowadays. But at the same time, everybody's always saying, I'm not about politics. I avoid politics like the plague. Yeah, right. If you're an adult like me, you're already in politics. You might as well just stop this crap now. Quit saying that. And this is one of my pet peeves. I didn't want to make this video. I hate that crap. I really do. If there's one thing I cannot stand, I didn't want to make this video. This doesn't give you a pass. You made the video. Moron. Think about it. And I'm talking to those other, content creators out there that try their best to have a pass or a shield, even though when it's time to take responsibility, do try. Because you see, when Mark Hamill said that, right, he wasn't talking about the kids. They said Mark Hamill went after the kids. No, he did not. That's not like he looked at the 3 kids. He said, hey, little bastards, you know what? Go force yourself. Your parents are frauds. No. He didn't say that. And I'm just saying that as a placeholder joke. But needless to say, I'm sure some of y'all will be mad at me about that. Jay, what did they say about your family? If you knew my family, boy, you wouldn't want to say too much about it because we will rip you down. But going into it, you see that Ivanka was the one that posted that, right? If you knew the history of what Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner do, a lot of their dirty dealings and everything else, that's pretty much what Mark Hamill was talking about. And in a way, he went about it wrong. I mean, I will say he went about it, on the edge. But when it comes to, he ain't wrong about the frauding and stuff, there's quite a lot of things that family is notorious for. Hopefully them kids, will see certain things. Or hopefully those kids are just being kids and they probably don't even know about it. But, beyond other circumstances, because other people are sitting around here talking about those kids like they know them. Isn't it funny how, other people will talk about somebody else's kid and put them on that pedestal, but they won't talk about their own kid and put them on a pedestal and crap? They're like, oh, well, I'm sure I got some around here somewhere. I'll hang out with them later. But, oh my God, look what happened. Look at Mark Hamill saying this about, Jared Kushner's kids, which he did not say. He didn't say a word about it. He said, you spelled fraud wrong. Go force yourself. And when you think about the term "go force yourself," isn't it that is such a juvenile term? It's when I think about it, I can think of so many dirty jokes to make out of that. But at the same time, I'm not going to because y'all don't deserve them. And while we're on the subject, it don't take much to get all of y'all all sorts of wayward about yourself. I see it all the time. I saw world-class bullshitters make a video about it. I saw Nerdrotic make a video about it. No, not Nerdrotic. No, not Nerdrotic. I think it was Comic Book Pros. But I'm sure there's gonna be something from Nerdrotic on it too. It is what it is. And then that Star Wars girl, of course, she chimed in. I sat there for a moment. I'm like, hey, everybody, let's relax about this for a minute. He's not going after the kids. He's going after them crazy ass parents. You understand what I'm saying? He's going after the parents on this issue. All right? And if you really pay attention to what's going on, she posted a picture. Let me tell you this. If my dad was president, okay? My dad was president. Here's the beautiful part about that. I would not be on social media. You would not know a thing about me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm protecting my loved ones. And see, because social media is the most popular thing, and people, we have free will. We have choices whether to use this crap or not. We tend to forget, hey, how about this? We don't post that crap. How about, what? How about we just post something somewhere else? Or have an online family gallery here for the family. Nobody else to chime in on or see. You understand what I'm saying? Then you won't have this problem. Because, let me be honest. With the way things are and how so many people are glued to their phones, tablets, or whatever, They don't need to see all that information about you. Like, y'all don't really need to see too much about me. Y'all don't need to see too much about anybody in J360 or, all that kind of stuff. You really should just look at our products and how we interact with each other. That's cool. But when it comes to, like, you're showing the kids and all that kind of stuff, once again, that's Ivanka Trump showing off what she has. I mean, it could be the same thing about Kanye and Kim. It could be the same about Beyonce and Jay-Z. And everybody was mad at Jay-Z for a while. But then stuff starts to die down because football season's here. And then you start saying, hey, he's still an icon. Even though he said, we done kneeling. He don't talk for me. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at, like, people like Mark Hamill, and yeah, we're going to go a little long with this. The thing about people like Mark Hamill is, yeah, he's still an icon. Yeah, he's still Luke Skywalker in a way. He's still the greatest Joker of all time to some of you. But you don't necessarily have to go on this tangent here and say, he's on a broken pedestal. He's anti-Trump. I don't like that. First off, we're allowed to have those conflicting things. We're supposed to. We're human. That's what we do. All right? Like, I don't like Trump. I will tell you that from the get. But I don't go after him unless he does something really, really stupid. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mark Hamill, as a reasonable person, went at, or probably out of reason, went after these people on that. That was his choice. That's what he did. When it comes right down to it, are you all going to have your pitchforks and crap out there for everybody that has something to say? Are you really? Because like I said, I know we're beyond detached at this point, but we need to come back down and get it together. This is not how you solve problems. It's how you make more of them. And it's stupid. It's to the point now where it's like, where do we go from here? All I'm saying is this. I'm not going to boycott Mark Hamill because of that. I mean, I'm not going to. He ain't did anything that Robert De Niro did at that award show where he said F Trump. I mean, just be real about it, It's sad, but true. And the problem is that, once again, a lot of us are just trying to do backseat jurors and stuff and just say, well, so-and-so's guilty and without due process and all that stuff, we're going to send him to the guillotine. No. It doesn't work like that. And considering all that's going on in the Star Wars franchise these days, it was entertainment for me. I mean, go force yourself. What? But at the same time, I'm not mad at the man. Okay, something else that really came into the watch. Spider-Man's back. So, after all that, the two companies managed to patch it up and work out a new deal. Well, that's good, because there's going to be what? One new movie, and there's going to be multiple appearances. So, this could work. And then at the same time, depending on which one is not going to be the most greediest company at this point, hopefully we'll have something to build out of this. I'm not really a fan of what Sony's trying to do, but I think they're probably just trolling at this point. They're going to make a movie with Madam Web. What has Madam Web ever done? You know what? Not even getting into it, because I've already went a little too long on the show. But I'm glad Spider-Man's back, and I'm still wondering who the next villain's going to be. And from what I heard is a rumor, because it's just a rumor, that Daredevil, a.k.a. Matt Murdock, is supposed to be his lawyer for this upcoming movie. So maybe there's a chance here. Something unique to come out of this. I just don't like how Mysterio went ahead and threw him Man, that is just, wow. Mysterio is like that one friend you have in like high school that just tells all your business. And keep in mind, as I say that, I use that in small anecdotes because that's not really a friend. But, hey. The future's big and bright for the MCU. Now that my favorite hero's back, I don't have to boycott anything, so I'm back in as well. Outside of all that, though, I better go on ahead and get out of here because I talked your ears off enough. There is going to be J-Man episode 121, and we are picking up with it talking about vampires. So look forward to that. That's happening tomorrow. And until then, you all take it easy. This is the J-Man signing off, okay? Peace.
Help spread spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.